Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into a really fascinating place, Delhi.
Yeah, incredible city.
We've gone through our sources, and the mission really is to help you get a quick grasp of what makes this complex city tick.
That's the goal.
Okay, so let's unpack this central question. How can one city be so deeply ancient yet, pulse with this incredibly modern energy at the same time?
Well, it's fascinating because Delhi, being India's capital, really embodies that. It's one of the world's oldest continuously inhabited cities.
Continuously inhabited way.
Yeah, layers upon layers of history,
Mm-hmm.
multiple empires right there on the ground. But it's also constantly changing, buzzing with a very modern lifestyle.
Okay.
And our sources, they really help by showing it as almost two distinct Delhis. Interconnected, but distinct.
Two Delhis. That sounds like a really sharp contrast. Tell us about the first one, the historical side.
Right, so you have Old Delhi. That's the city's historical soul, you could say.
The core.
Exactly. It's packed with these iconic Mughal-era monuments. Think the Red Fort.
Yeah.
Still a huge symbol.
Right, the Red Fort.
And Jama Masjid, which is just this massive, beautiful mosque, one of the biggest in Asia.
Okay.
But it's not just monuments. It's the feel of places like Chandni Chowk Market.
Ah, Chandni Chowk. I've heard it's intense.
Oh, definitely. It's a total sensory experience. Narrow winding lanes, the smell of spices, amazing street food everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It really feels ancient, but it's alive, Very much a living history.
A living history. I like that. Okay, and then this is where it gets really interesting for me. The other side, the contrast, New Delhi.
Yeah, New Delhi couldn't be more different, really. This part was planned, designed by British architects Lutyens and Baker.
Ah, so very structured then.
Totally. Wide, tree-lined avenues, grand government buildings, lots of embassies. It feels very orderly.
Right, and the landmarks there, India Gate.
Exactly. India Gate is huge. 𝗘𝗴𝗃𝗵𝗀, that's the President's House and Parliament House. It's all very monumental. It really showcases that vision of a modern nation.
Yeah.
State power, order. It stands in such stark contrast to the sort of organic maze of Old Delhi.
Such a clear divide, almost. So beyond the look and feel of the streets and buildings, what about the culture? Our sources talked about a real tapestry.
Oh, absolutely. The cultural mix is incredible. It's been a melting pot for centuries.
Makes sense.
So language-wise, Hindi is dominant, obviously, but you hear a lot of English, Punjabi, Urdu, too.
Right.
Reflects all those different historical layers and migrations.
Right, you can hear the history.
You really can.
Yeah.
But what truly fuels the vibe, maybe brings everyone together, is the food.
Ah, yes. Delhi food is famous, isn't it?
It's legendary. It's a massive culinary hub. You've got everything like 𝗘ሒ bhature, that deep-fried bread with chickpeas, creamy butter chicken, endless varieties of parathas, those stuffed flatbreads and momos, the dumplings. They're everywhere now.
Wow, quite a range.
The variety's just immense, and it really tells the story of the city's diverse heritage and how it keeps evolving.
That makes perfect sense. Now, for such a huge, dynamic place, how do people actually navigate it? Getting around must be a challenge.
It's big, definitely, but the transport infrastructure has improved a lot. The metro system is actually excellent.
The metro, right, that's made a big difference.
Huge difference. It's relatively new, but it's massive and connects so much of the city. Really changed daily life for many.
Okay.
And beyond that, you still have, the buses, the auto rickshaws, cabs, plenty of ways to get around, despite the scale.
Good to know. And briefly, the weather. I hear it can be intense.
It has its extremes, for sure. Summers get really hot and humid. Then you have the monsoon rains.
Right.
And the winters can actually get surprisingly cold. So yeah, you experience the full spectrum of seasons there.
Okay, got it. So let's pull this all together. Thinking about Delhi's wider significance, what's the main takeaway from our deep dive?
Well, connecting it to the bigger picture, it's clearly more than just India's capital. It's a major global center.
In what ways?
Politics, obviously, but also education. It's a huge shopping destination, massive for tourism. It's a key hub in many respects.
Right.
And fundamentally, it's this incredible living case study of urban evolution. It shows how centuries of history and a really fast-paced modern life can, well, not just coexist, but actually thrive together.
Thrive together.
Yeah.
Like a synthesis, maybe, rather than just contrast.
Synthesis, that's a perfect word for it. It's not just old next to new, it's old and new interacting, creating something unique. And understanding that, I think, isn't just about learning facts about Delhi. It's about seeing how that blend works.
Okay.
Which raises a bigger question, doesn't it? What other cities around the world manage this kind of compelling mix of deep history and modern drive.
That's true. How do other places balance that?
Exactly. And what can we learn from how they manage that delicate balance between past and future?
That's a really fascinating thought to end on. Something for you to definitely consider as you encounter other big global cities.
We're thinking about.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Delhi.